My most recent story that came out on the PBS NewsHour featured an organization called Druk Armia, or Print Army, which is a diffuse network of volunteers in Ukraine who have 3D printers that they've purchased themselves. And they're connected to a marketplace online where they take orders from soldiers to print items for them that they need for the front line. And then these volunteers make these items and send them to the soldiers directly on the front line. There's about 3,500 of them, and they literally make tons and tons of equipment. When this story ran on the NewsHour, I actually got a lot of email from viewers who saw the show and were really impressed by what was happening. And not only did they want to find out how they can donate to Print Army, they wanted to know more. So I've gone and interviewed Jake Volnov, the founder of Druk Armia, Print Army. I hope you enjoy this one.
So firstly, I'll just ask you to tell me what Druk Army is and what it means.
Okay, my name is Jake Volnov. I'm the head of the Ukrainian Druk Army. Druk means printing because of our main technology that we use, it's 3D printing. Basically, it's the volunteer decentralized organization that connects people who wants to do something to bring victory closer.
I think our viewers need a very basic explanation of what a 3D printer is, how it works, how it gets the orders, how does it know what to make.
3D printing is a cutting-edge technology. It's like fabricator from those fiction books when you can snap a fingers and object are materialized in your place. You just download the model, put the roll of the plastic, it's called filament. It's like a string on the roll with different materials. You put it in your printer, you download this model in the printer, click print, and printer start to print layer by layer before it's going to be like fully finished.
How does it work?
Basically, you just need to buy a 3D printer. You register on the platform, you add your printer, and our system gonna give you the request from the front line, from the warfighters, that you need to print, put it in the box, and send to front line or to the decentralized network of warehouses. And on Druk Army, we have a school, we have a courses that you can look on it, and you know, we have a people that 82 years old. And they print. So it's not hard.
So that's so interesting. Essentially, you don't really have to have any technical expertise in order to be able to join the movement, because you can learn from your training modules on the spot.
Look, anyone can register on the platform. From the maker side, anyone can register, but you're not gonna get full access before you send something and we verify that you are a real person from the Ukraine.
Is there a system for how it's ordered?
Our system focuses on the needs of one particular warfighter, not the regiment, not the big unit. One particular warfighter and his needs.
Got it.
It's the first war when not the guys in some ministry decide what's going to be used on the front line. We even had the system where a warfighter from the trench, using his phone and Starlink, can make an order for something new that not exist right now. Several days, and warfighter receive his new products. He tested it, maybe some iterations, and after that we already have a product that we put in our catalogs.
I think it's obviously very unusual what you're doing. Do you see Ukraine as being ahead of other countries, or do you see Russia operating in the same space?
Well, first of all, we don't have no choice. We do what we do because our enemy are stronger in manpower, in money. We don't have such a military industry that Russia have. That's why it's put on the shoulders of the volunteers. Many things that we make as volunteers, Russia make on their military plants.
What kind of products are you making for the front line?
There is several categories of the products that we make. A lot of things for medics, a lot of things for training. I can show you. So this is a anti-drone gun.
Wow.
So this is a full-size dummy that used to build muscle memory when you train, because real device they are on the front line. And similar with all devices that we make for the medics, for example. We can make the model of the Starlink. Its price is going to be like $20. But enemy gonna think that it's a real Starlink, and he gonna spare his drone with the ammunition to destroy this false target. It's very cool mathematics.
I see. You're saying you could make a Starlink antenna look-alike so that they spend resources trying to destroy it.
Yes, a lot of false targets you can see on my background. This is an antenna for the drones, Avenger Angel, that used on the front line widely. So this is a dummy. It costs like $5, but it's gonna save the life of our defender because drone gonna hit this false target.
Interesting. So would you say that most of the things that you're producing through the project Druk Armia are non-lethal?
Well, no. A lot of things that drop from the drones, we print those casings that warfighters, they put explosives inside, they put shrapnel inside and make the bombs. So it's not only non-lethal things, but most of Ukrainians want to help taking lives of those who came to kill us, obviously.
Інерційний накольний механізм, який ми замовляємо на друкармі, ми можемо модифікувати цей виріб, і він у нас стає для скидання. Я його можу скидати з дрона. Тобто за допомогою друкармії ми можемо робити дуже багато ефективних речей. Друкармія надавала велику допомогу. За допомогою я рахую, що я, може, навіть і фізично вижив, тому що в мене були ті інструменти, які надає нам наш друг друкармія.
There is no country in the world that was ready for that kind of situation that we're in. And because we, not the government, we have very fast decision chain. We can act accordingly to the situation. We work closely with the warfighters. So from the fighters' perspective, it looks like Amazon. And we reach right now the situation where time to send things that ordered is like day or two. It's even better than Amazon. So we reach that point that we have enough volunteers right now to fulfill those needs.
And how many soldiers would you say you're supporting?
Tens of thousands.
They all create usernames on your website and
Yes.
register and then order things online.
Yes.
Let me ask you, how do you verify the soldiers who are ordering the products, and how do they pay for what they're getting from your platform?
Well, we have our verification system for the military, and for most things they didn't pay. They just receive it we don't take money from them. We have three main principles: provide for the military, spread the best practices, and fight with those who want to earn money on the military. We think that it's moral. It's not okay when Ukrainians want to earn money from those who protect Ukrainians from the enemy. That's why most of things on Drukarmia are free. So for last year, we print and send to the front line 527 tons of printed products.
Wow.
And if you count it on the market prices for the 3D printing, it was like $62 million.
Holy cow. And all of
Yeah.
that went out the door for free.
Yes.
How big is your network of printer volunteers?
Well, right now we have like 4,000 people, and 4,000 people, and they have like more than 6,000 3D printers. Most of them are Ukrainians, but some people are from the Europe. It's the Ukrainians who flee to Europe, or it's the locals from Europe who they say that I feel that my government don't do enough, and I want to participate and change the situation on the front line. There is even Americans, Canadians, even guys from Australia.
Druk Armia, Printer Army, it's not the only activity that you're doing as an activist in Ukraine. I understand you're also hacking into Russians' conference calls that their military-industrial complex is having and pranking a lot of times the Russians and then releasing their private communications publicly online. How do you end up doing that?
I have my successful hobby as a pranker, so I make prank calls and I use it like for a counter-propaganda. Do you remember when Prigozhin go to the Moscow?
Yeah.
I called to the Peskov and asked him, do he ready to be fucked by the Prigozhin? It was really funny and it was published.
Или пургу
Кто
будешь
звонит?
нести. Майор Чернобаев звонит. Готовь очко. Ты будешь выебан.
Майор Чернобаев, ты где?
Да. Как это где? Я в оперативном штабе спецоперации. Где же еще?
There is a lot of pranks with the Russian people that show their mindset.
Yeah. I listened to one of the calls, and I think I know what you're talking about. You can hear the manufacturers of drones in Russia complaining to representatives from the ministry about the difficulty of localizing and making the product Russian. They're talking about how they still have to get all of their parts from China or other countries, and the most expensive parts, particularly the flight computers, are the ones that they can't put together in Russia. So there's a lot of frustration that you can hear in those calls.
They demand from their drone producers to localize producers of drones, but in reality they buy all from the China. It's not only like prank, it's not only haha funny calls, it's the social engineering that you can extract information from someone and later publish this information. Why I make those calls? I was hoping that my calls can influence the situation. I understand that I'm a small pawn in this big game, but well, it's worth trying to do something. I think that every Ukrainian right now who want to bring victory closer, he needs to use all his skills, all his connections, all that he have to help the military. You either own the military or you help in the military. I think this mindset need to be in head of everyone.